All right, today's video we're taking the motorcycle and going moose hunting. It's the last day of season, and I've been trying to get out, so I just said, you know what, I'm gonna take the bike, see how far back in I can get, and then start walking from there. We about had the hunt over before it started. On the way in, I ended up in a puddle and stalled the bike. You can see how deep it was. It was really deep. Flooded my boots, just stalled and didn't want to start again, but I checked everything. There's no water in the engine, no water in the oil, so that's good. The only issue I'm running into is the trail's wet, so it's slick, so hopefully it won't be too bad. I've got new tires on here, and they seem to be doing pretty good so far, but bikes just don't tend to do well when it's slippery, so hopefully it'll dry out a little bit as the day goes on. We've got pretty decent weather, mostly blue sky. You can't see that very well, but you can kind of see there, cloudy, and then blue sky all that way. So Lord willing, it'll be good weather and we can get in here and find a legal moose.
Unfortunately, the GoPro batteries died again, so I didn't get the next probably 2 miles worth of the trail, but it gets a lot narrower, steeper, and more mud overall.
Guys, I can't even explain how difficult it is riding this bike up in here, but we made it. Didn't flood it at all in any of the deep puddles. Laid it over a few times, once on accident, the rest of them were on purpose. It's easy when you got this luggage on here. You can lay the bike over and it doesn't lay all the way on its side, and then you can just slide it on the box to move the tail end around where you need it to go. It's really beneficial when you're working through ruts and stuff, but man, I'm getting wore out. And when I park the bike, I've got 1.5 miles to hike uphill, and it's pretty steep, so I'm not looking forward to that part, but pretty view from right here at least. Pretty awesome. But I'm catching my breath, getting some water, and then I'm gonna keep going. I don't have too much further to go, so hopefully I won't have any more issues, but definitely been a workout. Well, hunt might be over, folks. Tips downhill, and I can't get the bike back up. Just trying to run this little trail here to get up this hill, because the main trail is all muddy. But then I lost it here and dropped it. I can't get back up either right now. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. Hopefully we'll be able to get it up and going again. Well, we got the bike out. It's up there. Got all my gear off, so I gotta load it back up. And I'm just gonna backtrack and park the bike, and then go through my gear and see what I need to carry in. I think I got everything pared down already from when I was packing it, but I'm gonna change my socks and pants because, you know, they're soaked from getting in the water holes. And so I packed up a spare change of clothes on the bike in a dry bag. And then I'm just gonna hike it in. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it into where I'd like to, but we're gonna give it a try at least. I got a deadline I gotta be out by, so I'm kind of fighting against that. So hopefully I can make it happen. I put my clothes up on the bike to dry, and sunny out, so that's nice. Hopefully most of the gear will be dry by the time I get back here. I'm gonna start walking in though, and see how far we can get. Got the old Sig Cross in the back there with the Swamp Fox Kentucky long scope on there, and just a really sweet setup. It's nice having a compact rifle that you can fold up, especially on my bike. It fits between the two hard boxes, luggage boxes, and makes it to where if I dump the bike, this rifle stays off the ground, and then I don't have to wear it while I'm riding either and have to worry about that if I take a tumble. So it works pretty well. And then obviously being stuck on my pack like that, I don't have to worry about snagging it on brush or anything because it's not sticking up above my head. So this ridge over here is where I'm trying to get to. And obviously it's a long ways away, but Lord willing, we'll be able to make it happen. I'm gonna follow this ridge that I'm on out this way, and hopefully be able to cut off some of the winding part of the four-wheeler trail and make up some time. Right here is where I made it to on the motorcycle, and while I'm making a mess of the ground, my bike, my gear. But that's okay. We made it out.
So the downside to having the parked motorcycle where I did, it added about 2 miles of hiking one way. By the time I got done with this hunt, I had walked over 8.5 miles.
Alright, well, I made it to where I was hoping to park. It was right here. Then the trail goes up a long ways. Obviously, it didn't get that far, so we're just gonna see what we can make happen. You don't get anything if you're not out in the woods, and I haven't been out in the woods at all this season, so I'm gonna try and make the most of what time I have left to be out here. Here we go up this hill. I did come across some moose tracks like these right here and up here, and they're working their way up this hill. So I'm gonna try and keep quiet as I'm going and see if I can find it. So we're making progress. Getting way up above the valley. That's good. Parked the motorcycle like right over there on that ridge, and we've walked this far. Oh guys, found some bear tracks, but it's pretty small, so it's probably a yearling or a really small black bear. So I have to really keep an eye out for that and keep my sidearm handy. I've never seen a bear up here before, but I mean there's quite a few tracks running up through here, and here's some claw prints. I thought I saw some down a little ways, but I wasn't sure. They were washed out pretty bad, but it looks like 2 bears at least coming up here. Hopefully I don't run into one that has a cub. I don't really want to deal with that. If I see a boar, I can shoot one of those, but can't shoot a sow with a cub. I wouldn't want to anyways, but yeah, hopefully I don't run into that. Some moose prints. That's more along the lines of what I'm looking for. Not so much these bear prints. I would love to see whatever, but I just would rather not have to tangle with a sow with cubs. I went ahead and pulled the rifle off the pack. We're getting into some really good territory here. A lot of sign. And I want to be ready in case I get an opportunity. So I'll show you what we're looking at. Well, we've got the wind in our face. That's good. We're walking this little valley, and it opens up here shortly. Hopefully we'll see something.
So what I was trying to say in this video before I was so rudely interrupted by the wind, there's actually a moose here, and it's that dark spot in the center of your screen. At this point, I couldn't tell for sure if it was a cow or a bull.
I cleared my schedule. I'm going to be sitting here for a while, and hopefully I'll see a bull. That moose I just saw, I believe, is a cow. She's bedded down about 220 yards away. I know where she's at, so I don't want to spook her at all, obviously, and hopefully she'll draw in a bull. I'm going to try and do a little bit of calling in between the wind here and just see if something else comes out. I'm going to glass this hillside and see what I can see. Got the old Sig Cross 308 ready to roll. So if I see something, I'm going to pull the camera back up, obviously, and show you all if I'm able to. And if not, I'm just going to take a shot and then pull you up then. So here we go. Hopefully I'll get one. I've located the moose I spotted. Got a better look at it, and it's definitely a cow. He's just bedded down there. Average size. If there's a cow around this time of year, there's going to be a bull somewhere. So So I think I'm just gonna sit tight, keep an eye on her, and see if a bull comes around. Apparently it's pretty easy to miss a moose. You can't even see that. That's crazy. And looking at it with my naked eye now, I wouldn't guess that was a moose. It looks like a plant. It's just incredible.
I had spotted another moose here, and it also turned out to be just a cow.
Got another moose, or two. Again, it's hard to see with this camera. What's the dark spot in the middle of the screen there? It's a cow and a calf, both females. Pretty long ways out, but crazy. That's 5 moose I've seen so far, but no bulls. But if there's a calf and a cow, that means there's a bull somewhere. Just need him to come out. Well, we're on the way back out now. Unfortunately, we didn't end up seeing a bull. So a total of 3 cows and 2 calves. So there's got to be a bull somewhere. Wish I could stay later, but I got to go back to work tomorrow and can't camp out tonight. So I need to get back to the motorcycle before dark. And then hopefully it won't be so bad going back out, but we'll see. I could always see something on the way out, so I keep my eyes peeled and going somewhat slow. But I don't know. Hopefully I do see something, but honestly I'm not too hopeful at this point. So we'll see. Some moose right there. Just a cow again. Man, where are the bulls at? There she goes. Man, that's pretty. How neat is that? That's pretty neat. Yeah, so this is part of the reason I didn't bring the motorcycle up here. For one, there's no way I'd be able to make this. Obviously I didn't make it in to the bottom of the hill, but there's no way I could have made it up. Wow. Man, I love this place. Alaska's so beautiful, so big. Makes you feel small. Well, we transitioned the gear back that we had it to hike easier. Not doing great physically. Didn't bring enough food, and feeling it for sure. Brought plenty of water, but could sure use a snack right about now. Anyways, we're working our way back to the motorcycle. It's cooling off pretty quick, so it makes it a little more comfortable for hiking, but puts the pressure on because I gotta make it back. All right, well, we're gonna keep going. Yes, another uphill, but we got it. Maybe. Just spotted another moose. Right there in between a couple trees. Oh well, I don't even have my binoculars out to look at it, but even if it was legal moose, there's no way I could get to it tonight. So we'll try again next year. We're getting close. I can see the motorcycle through the trees. But then I gotta get on it and ride it out. And I'm not looking forward to that, honestly. It's gonna be difficult. Hurt my leg a little bit ago. I slipped and fell. And it doesn't feel very good. I think it'll be okay. Just bruised, but it feels rough. Anyways, I'm gonna get the bike loaded up and start trying to get out of here. Well, I made it home. I'm gonna go in here, and Jordan's got dinner ready. She's awesome. I'm exhausted and muddy, so I'm gonna get a nice hot shower, eat some dinner, and go to bed. Hope you enjoyed the video. and check out the other videos on the channel. I've got a lot of other motorcycle and dirt bike content on here, and hope you enjoyed it. Well, if you enjoyed that, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to follow along for our next adventure. And while you're at it, check out the other videos we have on our channel and explore Alaska with us. Thanks for watching, and we hope you have a blessed day.